Hi everyone, welcome back again. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to implement a payment system into an e-commerce RESTful API. You understand? So some months back, I built a full RESTful API for an e-commerce web application using Django REST framework. And right now in this video, I want to show you how to implement a payment system into that RESTful API. It's very simple. It is not as difficult as you think it is. Understand? So without further ado, we are getting started right now. And one more thing, if you've not seen the series of video where I made on how you can build a full RESTful API for an e-commerce web application, if you've not seen the series of videos yet, don't worry. I'm going to link down the playlist in this video's description. So go check it out and see how it's being done. You get. So, but in this video right now, I'm going to show you how to implement a payment system into the RESTful API. So without further ado, we are getting started right away. So right now, I'm going to be using Flutterwave as my payment gateway. Flutterwave, you understand? So you can use whatever payment gateway you want to. You could use PayPal, you could use Stripe, you could use Payoneer. They all work similarly. They all work in the same ways, the same approach. You understand? But for me, I am sticking with Flutterwave as a payment gateway. You understand? So right now, so I'm going to show you my code. So now we are starting right away. So here's my e-commerce RESTful API. This is the model structure. So right now I'm going to run my server, and then I'm going to show you how the code works. Okay, currently my server is up and running. Let me just bring this up. Okay, I think it's better now. My server is here. It's running currently. I'm going to open this on the browser. So okay, we have to go down to, so you have to go down to /API, so you can see the, so okay, it's coming up. I don't know why it's taking much. Okay, currently, let me make this big. So right now, these are the list of endpoints we have. Currently, these are the main endpoints. These are the parent endpoints. So we still have some children endpoints under the parent endpoint, but currently these are the parent endpoints. We have over 20 endpoints in total, but these are the parent endpoint, and each of these parents all have children under them. Understand? So okay, now so I'm going to go down to the product endpoints. So that should not be in a new window. So I'm going to see the product endpoint right now. Currently these are product endpoints. Okay, I mean, yeah, these are product endpoint. Now I have a few products here. So right now I want to add to cart, and then once I'm done adding to cart, I will then create my orders. And once I'm done creating the orders, we have to pay for our orders. So that's where the implementation of the payment system comes in. You get? So right now let's add to cart. You get? So I'm going to go down to a different endpoint now. It's called, so I'm going to open this endpoint, this cart endpoint. So I want to add some items to cart. Open in a new tab. Okay, now if I can add to carts now, so I'm going to click on the post button. So that's why I recommend, if you've not seen the series where I taught how you could build a full RESTful API for an e-commerce web app, I recommend you go and see the video, the series of videos I made. So I'm going to link again the playlist in this video's description. So right now I already have my cart created. So this is the cart ID. I'm going to copy it, Ctrl+C. I'll come over here and paste it, and then I'll say /items. So right now I want to add some items to my cart. So I'm going to go down to this endpoint. So now it requires a product ID and the quantity. So I'm going to go down to my product endpoint, and I'm going to pick a particular product. Okay, let me copy this, Ctrl+C, come on to my cart, and I want to add some items to cart. So this is how it is being done on the back end. Right on the front end, you see something more beautiful, but this back end controls the front end. You see, understand? So this is how it is being done in the back end, but on the front end, you see something that's more beautiful and pleasant, but the back end controls the front end. Just know that. So right now, I'm going to put in my cart, my product ID. So currently for the product, I'm using a UUID field. So that's why it is this long. So normally, it should just be a normal integer like 1, 2, 3, 4. But currently, I am using a UUID field. That's why I can see it's so long. So I'm going to give this product some quantity. I'm going to say 2. So I'm going to add 2 of these products into this cart. Now I'm going to say post. It has been added. So I'm going to pick a different product now. Control C, come over here, paste it here. I'm going to say 3 of this, and if I click on post, that's also been added. So if I refresh this page now, you can see I'm going to have those 2 products in this cart. So I can see I have a product called black shoes. I have 2 of it. I also have another product called gold wristwatch. I have 3 of it. You can see that's good. Okay, now so right now what's left now? So I want to go and I want to check out and then make payments, right? I want to check out and make payments. So how do I check out? So I need to get this cart ID, copy this cart ID, Control C. So now I'm going to go down to the orders endpoint. I'm going to open this now in a new tab. So now right now this particular endpoint requires it to be logged in. So I'm going to log in right now. I'm going to go down to I'm going to say /alt/jwt/create. So I want to log in. So once I'm logged in, I can then create my orders. So I'm going to log in right now. Let me just log in. Jamie. Let me give me his password. Log in. Oh, I think that account. Let me just do something different. Sorry, let me just use this. I hope this works. I hope it works. Oh, okay, let's try this. Hope this works this time. Okay, it works now. So we have our access key. So I'm going to copy this access token. Okay, Control C. I'm going to go down to my mod header. So everything you are seeing me do, I have taught everything in this series of videos. So I'm going to right now I'm trying to log in. This is how we log in with the RESTful API. I'm going to say authorization, then say JWT, and then paste the access token. Ouch! I don't think that's been added. Authorization, paste your access token. You're going to put a space, then paste, and then click up here. Okay, if I go down to the orders endpoint again, if I refresh, right now I can access the orders endpoint, and you can see I can access it now. So these users already have some list of orders. He already have some list of orders he has made before, and we check closely now. They all say pending. This is currently saying P. P stands for pending. C stands for complete. When your order, when the status says when the status says C, sorry, now currently our pending status is reading P. That means it is still pending. The user has not yet made payment. But when your pending status reads C, it says complete. That means the user has made payment. So currently this user has all his orders still pending. That's because he has not made payments here to get. So right now I've come to show you how you can make payments and turn the orders to complete. Instance, so right now we want to create a new order. Remember, this user has a new cart. He wants to create some orders, right? So how do we go about that? So for currently this user only has, I think he has about this is an order. This is another order here. I think he has about 4 orders, 4 of them. So I want to add another order to this now. So I'm going to copy this cart ID, copy now, and then come over here. If I paste it here, I'm going to create a new order for this user. You understand? So I want to try something. Before I proceed, I'm going to log in 127/admin. I want to log into the admin and delete this user's previous orders. So let me delete them so I don't get you confused. What's happening? /admin. Okay, log in. Let me log in now. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Please do it, subscribe. So I'm going to go down to the orders now and delete some of the orders we have there. Okay, let me just delete everything. Delete. Ouch. Okay, it says I can't delete because the order okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the order items, delete them. Once I've deleted them, you can delete the orders. Okay, go back to the orders now. Delete everything for now. Yes. Okay, So right now, of course, if I go down to the orders list now, this user won't have any orders currently. So now they are all gone. So right now, I want to create a new order for this user. So remember, our orders are being created from the cart ID instance. So I'm going to copy this cart ID, come over here. If I paste this now, I'm going to create a new order and this new order is going to be coming from the cart the user already has instance. So when I click on the post button, right now you can see the user already has a new order. You can see right now it says P. That P means it's a spending. The user has not made payment. So that's why we are here now that's why I am here now to show you how to make payments for this user. So we are going to do that right away. So now let's do that now. Okay, so if I proceed now, so let's continue now. So we are going to go down to Flutterwave. Let's search for flutterwave.com. Okay, now so I'm going to click on developers. You can see developers up here. Click on API documentation. You don't need to click on it, just overround developers and click on API documentation. I'm going to have it open here. So on the left panel we have some links there. Click on collecting payments. That's what I want to do. So now I'm going to go down. So you can see we have different payment types. We have Flutterwave inline, Flutterwave standard, HTML checkout, and direct charge. So I'm going to go with Flutterwave standard. I'm going to click on this second link. Okay, now so this is Flutterwave standard. Now you can come over here and read about this yourself, but don't worry, I'm going to guide you on everything. So what we need now is this code block. This code is here, but currently this code is written in JavaScript. Understand? So it is written in JavaScript, but I'm going to show you the Python version of this code. Understand? So don't worry, this code is here in JavaScript, but I already have the I already rewrote it in Python. So I have the Python version here. Okay, and just copy from here. Okay, right now Flutterwave wrote they wrote the code in JavaScript, but I already have it in Python. You can see it is written in Node.js. It is written in Node.js now. So I already converted mine to Python. So I'm going to paste my own Python code. So I'm going to go down to my test.py. So I'm going to just paste the code here in my test.py. So I've pasted it here. This is the Python version of the code. So this is the Python version here. So this is it over here. So we're going to implement this now later into our RESTful API. Okay, right now, so this is the payments API. This is the payments function from Flutterwave. In instance, I'm going to explain everything to you guys step by step. You get so okay. So during the course of trying to make payments now, we are going to call this function into our API. We are going to call this function, but let's proceed now. Right here, we have a function called initiate payments. This function goes with 3 parameters: amount, the email of the user. This amount is referring to the amount you want to pay for. For example, it refers to the total price of product you want to pay for as the amount. The email refers to the email of the logged in user of the customer. And we have this redirect URL. This is the URL we are going to simply go, and this is where we are going to find. That's where we are going to simply process the payment. That's when we are going to write the logic that's going to like update our order from pending to complete. This is direct URL. It's going to be a URL. It's going to be a URL to a function that's going to simply process the payment. That's going to simply perform some actions like updating of the order from pending to complete. Understand? So right here now we have our authorization. Now is simply pointing down to currently on Flutterwave. You're going to get your secret key from Flutterwave. So you need this secret key for authorization. And over here, over here now, this is the data that is going to be submitted down to Flutterwave for processing. Understand? So currently now just focus on the amount, the redirect URL, and the email. All of that thing you see here is quite optional. It's quite optional. You get right now this is the customer information. Over here, this is your business information. You get now. So we only have 3 most important things: the amount, the email, and the redirect URL. So over here, so if everything goes well, we are going to post the URL, which is this from Flutterwave, this one here, and we are going to also post the headers, which is this authorization part, and the data, which is this guy. Understand? So That's it. Now, if everything goes well, we are going to run this part. But if there's an error, we are going to simply run this except block. So now that's it. So right now we are not done. So let's continue now. So right now I want to go and get the total. I want to go and get the total amount we want to pay for any order. So right now I'll go down to my models.py. So my models is inside of the store app, while the API is in the API app. You understand? So the rest. So I'm going to go down to my store app models.py. So under the order endpoint, sorry, under the order model. So we are trying to pay for this now because this is the ending point of the e-commerce. Understand? This is the part that requires payment. So right now I want to get the total price of each order item in a particular order. Understand? So what I want to do over here, I want to get the total price of each order item. You check closely. We have our order item, and it is linked to the order. It is linked to the order model. So right now I want to get the total cost of each order item in any order at all. So I'm going to create a property here. I'm going to say add property first. Add property. I'm going to create a function. I'm going to say total price, total underscore price. I'm going to say solve. So right now I want to get all the order items in a specific order. I'm going to say items should be equal to solve dot. It will check closely. It will check closely now. You can see order and order item, they are connected using this. They are connected using this related name called items. So I'm going to say set.items.all. That's going to help me get all the order items for a specific order. That's all. Understand? So once I've gotten that, now I'm going to loop through these order items. I'm going to say total should be equal to. I'm going to use the. I've forgotten the name. List comprehension. Yes. I'm going to say. Okay. I'm going to simply just say. For item in items. So right now I'm going to come back here and say item dot quantity times item dot product dot price. So don't worry, I'm going to link this source code in this video's description. So now what I'm trying to do next, I'm trying to get the quantity of each other item and then multiplying it by the product price, by the product price, which is here, by the product price. What I'm doing at this point, so I'm going to sum everything up. I'm going to sum it up. So I'm trying to get for each order item I'm trying to get the total price of each order item in a specific order. Once I've gotten it, I'll then sum it up. And once I'm not summing, I'm going to simply just say return total. So that's it now. So I'm able to get the total price of a particular order. So that's good. So I'm going to go down to my views.py, to my views, and that's going to be in my API. I'm going to say views.py. So I wrote the API in a separate app. My models come from a separate app. You understand? So I'm going to go down to my order view sets. Order view set. Where are you? Okay, yeah. This is it now. So I'm going to right now I'm going to process a payment here. So I'm going to create an action right here. An action. So actions are just like customized URL. They are like customized URL for you. You understand? So that's what actions are. I'm going to explain it to you. So I'm going to write a custom. I'm going to say add action, and then I'm going to say detail should be equal to true. I'm going to explain what is happening here. I'm going to say methods should be equal to. I'm going to say post. Okay, now so I'm going to declare a function. I'm going to say, sorry, that's not it. Yeah, I'm going to say payment. I'm going to say pay. Okay, so pay. That's what the function pay. I'm going to say solve and request instead. Okay. So let me just say pass. So what's happening here? Let me explain. At action, let's import action. I'll say from rest_decorators. Let's also import action here. Okay, so we've done it already now. Here we. Okay, now so I'm going to explain what's happening here now. So if we check closely, let me open my URLs. I'm going to open the URLs.py. Open to the side. So now currently I'm using view set and routers. Understand? So currently this is the endpoint for my order view set. This is the endpoint. So I'm going to come down here. Remember before we used /orders for the order endpoints. So what is happening here is this now. I told you before, this is a new customized URL. This pay function now is a new customized URL. So if I go down to something like this now, /p. So I'm going to say orders/p. So now it's at this point now we are going to make the payment. It's at this endpoint /p. That's where we are going to make the payments now. So currently, you check closely. This action is inside of is currently inside of our order view set. That's why pay is coming after orders. Remember orders. These orders you see here. This one you see here is what is controlling the order view set. And currently our action is inside of the view set. So this pay is like a URL. This pay action is like a URL. It must come after orders. So that's what is happening here. Understand? That what is happening there. So currently I'm going to explain something now. You can see we have this detail true or detail false. All this means is that when detail is equal to true, before you can say /pay, you must specify the ID of the order. So currently now we are trying to pay for the order with the ID of 6. So I'm going to say order/6/pay. How we are going to say /pay, order/6/pay. That's because we have detail equal true. As main detail was set to be false, we don't need to specify the ID. You can just simply say pay. But currently we have to specify detail to be true. Do you know why? That's because a user can have a lot of orders, a lot of pending orders. He can have several pending orders, and for you to be specific on the order you are paying for, you have to get the order ID. That's why detail is true here. That's why we have to come over here and say orders/ID then /pay. But let's assume we are dealing with a single entity, just a single item, not several. We don't need to set detail to true. But currently we have a lot of orders, so we have to set detail to true so I can be able to pick the specific order you want to pay for. Understand? So right now, because detail is equal to true, because we are going to set another extra parameter called pk, because detail is equal to true. So right now I want to get the current order we want to pay for, and we're going to say order should be equal to self.get object, self.get_object. So now this is going to help us get the current order we want to pay for, get object. So right now I want to get the amount that I want to pay for, the amount we are trying to pay for. I'm going to say amount should be equal to order.total_price. Remember that we declared an action, a property here that helps to calculate this total price. Now is like a field to this model. So now we can use this field to get the total amount of every order item in an order. So that would down this total price. Now that's what we are trying to do here. I'm trying to say amount should be equal to order.total price. That's the amount. And lastly, I want to also get the email. So we are going to pass this to the function we are going to be using later. I'm going to say email should be, remember from our function we need the email, amount, with direct URL we get. So now, okay, that's what we need there. Okay, I'm going to say email should be request.user.email. So right now I'm trying to get the email of the logged in user. Okay, so right now let's get the redirect URL. So as I said before, the redirect URL is simply that URL that's going to simply process the payment. Instance is that URL is going to be a URL to a function and that function is going to be responsible for updating the order from pending to paid once the payment has been made. So I'm going to just put a random URL there for now, and later I'm going to say redirect underscore URL should be equal to, let me just say HTTP. I'm going to use our domain then 1.2.7 sorry 127.0.0.1/8000. I'm going to simply just say /confirm. So that's going to be our redirect payment for now. This is a dummy payment now. Okay, now so right now I want to call our function. So right now let's go get the function. So right now I'm going to also open this views.py on the right side. Okay. Okay, so now you can see is right now I want to just simply scroll to the top now and have this one stay here. So I'm going to simply go and copy the payment function and paste at the top so we can see both of them at the same time. So go down to your test.py, that's where I pasted it. Just copy the bottom, copy Ctrl+C and just paste it here. So right now it is in the views.py file. I think I might just make I'm out to make the text small. It's just looking too big. Okay, it's already made smaller. So okay, now right now we need to do some importing. We need to import our settings. Okay, we have settings already. We need to import something like request and also. Okay, for now let's just import requests. Okay, so I'll just come over here and say import requests. Okay, so that's it now. So this is our function. So I'm going to call this function now. I'm going to call this function called initiate payment. We're going to call this function. This is recording. Okay, just inside we're going to call it here. We're going to simply just say return. Remember that this initiate payment is also in this same view, but I had to open them on both sides so you can see what is happening at the same time. So I'm going to call this function and return initiate payments. But right now you can see, let me just make this bigger. We can see we have amount, email, redirect, URL. These are parameters here. So when I call the function here, right now I have to provide values for each of these three. So currently for amount now, the value is going to be this amount, and we're going to say email. We already have these three stuff here, and we're going to say redirect URL. Before this can work now, you need to go get your Flutterwave secret key. Understand? Okay, so let's go and do that right away. Not to your Flutterwave account, so you're required to log in if you've not logged in, so sign in. Okay guys, so now right now I want to go get our secret key from Flutterwave instance. So you have to log into your account, create an account. If you don't have, it's simple. So I'm going to log into mine. Once I'm logged in now, we'll continue. Okay, so currently I'm logged into my Flutterwave dashboard. So for you, you might not see these API keys on your screen like this. For you to see yours, just click on settings and then click on API keys. You're going to find this page, understand? So don't worry about this. This is just a test API key, so there's no harm showing it to the public. There's no harm with that. So I'm going to copy the secret key. Copy. Okay, I'm going to go down to my settings.py file. Okay, I'm going to just go down to settings.py file. Please subscribe to the channel if you're getting some value. Subscribe for more interesting tutorials. So here's my settings.py file. Let me just go to the bottom and I'll just come over here and say, let me just call it FLW Flutterwave underscore SEC secret underscore KEY key. I'm going to just paste that here. Paste. This is my Flutterwave secret key. Okay, so if I go down to my views.py now, to that payment stuff, you can see where we need a secret key. Let me show you where it is again. In the headers, where are you? You can see over here. You can see this is settings.fwsackey, which I just went to set over here. Understand? So we need that secret key. Very important. Okay, now so let's make payments now. So currently we've not set on our redirect URL. This is just a dummy URL for now. So now let's go and see the payment for now. Let's go and see how it works first. Hope our server is running. Okay, it's still running. I think it's running. Let me just be sure. Okay, it's running. Our server is running. So let's continue. So the browser, let's make payments now. I'm gonna close this stuff. It's not needed. Okay, as I said before, orders, right? Orders currently want to pay for. We only have a single order, and that order has an ID of 6. So I'm going to say orders /6/p. Enter. Okay, now remember this is the payment endpoint. So remember, if let me show you something here. This, it says it supports a post request. A post request, you can see. So you have to come over here and click on post first. Click on it. Oh, there's a problem. There's a problem here. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, so right now we're having this error. This error has always been coming from our redirect URL. From before I made this video, I had to do some testing again. How to practice before coming over to teach you guys again. So right now the problem is from this redirect URL. So I'm going to just copy this URL, Ctrl+C. I'll comment this guy out, remove this from this function, go down to your views.py. Over here to I'm going to remove this guy from the redirect URL, and I'm going to simply just come over here. Where's redirect URL? And paste it like this. So I hope it works this time. So let's continue. I'm show you something. I'm still guiding you. So click on the post button. Oh, where is this coming from? Let's find it. Line 35, views.py. I already removed dates. Why was it slow? Refresh. Click on post. Wow, still complaining. Line 35, views.py. It's not there. On your server again. And let's see what the problem is. Okay. Refresh. Click. Currently we're still facing this error. I guess it's because we are not done with the implementation. So now let's complete the implementation. So now we're going to work on our redirect URL. So I'm going to create a new function now. I'm going to create another action. I'm going to say action. Let's complete and see if it's going to switch to that error again. But this time around, I'm going to say details should be equal to false. Method is going to be equal to post also. Methods will be equal to posts. And right now I'm going to declare a function. I'm going to say confirm payment, confirm underscore payment. Okay, I'm going to say solve and request. Remember this time around, if you remember, we are not using the detail. That's why there is no PK. That's why there is no PK here. Okay, now so I'm just say pass for now. So let's see if this guy will work. Confirm payment now. We are going to simply put confirm payments. This is a URL, also a function. This confirm payment now, we're going to come over to this URL endpoint and say confirm. Before it, we're going to say API/orders/confirm underscore payment. So if this works, our server come back again. So the browser, refresh, click on the post button. Right now, let's go and complete the confirm payment function. Remember, this function is responsible for updating the orders from pending to paid, from pending to complete to get. So right now, how do you go about this? Okay, now you can see our payments. These are payments. These are redirect URL, but something is missing here. Understand? So what is that thing that is missing? So we don't know how we are going to get the order, the exact order we want to update. We don't know how. We don't know how we are going to get it in this particular function, because currently our detail is set to false here. We are not working with the ID of any order. So we only how are we going to get this order? So we are going to use a URL. We are going to use a URL. We are going to use URL parameter to get this order. So right now, over here now, I'm going to create a new. I'm going to add a new parameter here. I'm going to say order underscore ID. So that's it there. So now I've done this now. Over here, I'm going to declare a new variable, and I'll say order underscore ID should be equal to order.id. So we are going to get the so for us to get the order over here under this function called confirm payments, we want to get the exact order. So we are going to get that order based on the URL parameter. We are going to pass this to the order.id to the URL parameter. So what we're going to do right here, so over here now, I'm going to create a new parameter here, and I'll just put a question mark, and I'll say O underscore ID should be equal to, and I'll just come over outside of it, and I'll say plus order underscore ID. Understand? This order ID that we have here, you get. So I'm going to say O underscore ID is equal to order underscore ID. Understand? This order underscore ID now is a URL parameter. It is a parameter up here. So I'm going to provide the value in this function. Come over here and we'll say order underscore ID. Understand? So that's it now. So we want to get the exact order. We want to get the exact order. We're going to say, before we're going to get the order ID. We're going to say order underscore ID should be equal to request dot get. Remember, the URL parameter is called 0 underscore ID. How it is called over here. It holds a specific ID of the order we want to update, we want to pay for. You understand? So, and I'll say 0 underscore ID underscore ID, and then I'll come over here and say order.object.get, and I'll say here order.object.get, and I'll say ID should be equal to order underscore ID. And right now I want to simply update the order, because over here I want to simply update the order, and I'll say order dot payment status. What was it called again? Because it's called pending status, and the default value is currently P. This is the default value. It's currently saying pending, and it's coming from here, which is P. So I'm going to set it to C right now. This is a choice field, you get. So we're working in this pending status, and we're going to set it to C, which is this payment status complete. Okay, and I'll say, so it's going to be order should be equal to, and I'll say order, yeah, now say order dot pending underscore status should be equal to C, and I'll save it, and I'll say order dot save. Hope everything is fine. And right now we're going to serialize our order. We're going to serialize it, and we're going to file and say serializer should be equal to order serializer, and I'm going to pass in the order. After that, now we're going to return. I'm going to return a message. I'm going to say data should be equal to dictionary. What's happening? equal to a dictionary. Give me just one. Okay, I'll just say message should be, I'll say payment successful. Payments was successful. Now come over here and send the actual data should be equal to serializer dot data, and I'll return a response. I'll say data. So now we have done with, so now up here we have the pay function. There's a problem somewhere. We have an error. Let's see what it is. That's not a problem. I think, oh sorry, this should also be in a single quote. It should be inside of a quote. Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, it's fixed now. Okay, now so we have the pay function. That's this pay function now. Now let's work again with it now. Right now, let's go work again. Okay guys, we have the pay function here. This pay function you see here is responsible for calling this payment API, this payment function we got from Flutterwave. It is responsible for calling this payment function and passing the necessary parameters. You understand that what it's doing, you get. So now this payment function you see is going to, if everything goes well, this payment function from Flutterwave is going to give us a unique payment link. That what is going to return over here, a unique payment link for us to make our payments if everything goes well. But you understand, so right here, let's try it again. Refresh this page, just refresh. The post button is a post request. Oh, it says can only concatenate string, not ints. What have I done here? Okay, it's complaining about this order ID. So over here, I'm going to convert this to a string. XCR. Okay, let's see. My server is quite slow today. So let's just wait to be done running. Okay, my server is done running. To the browser again. Refresh. Click on the close button. So it's going to give us a unique. Right now we have a unique payment link, and now what this function does, it gives us a payment link we are going to use to make our payments. Understand? So if there is no problem, it gives us a unique payment link. But if there is an error, it shows down the error over here. But if there is no error, it gives us our payment link, and through the payment link we can then make our payments via Flutterwave, and then Flutterwave is going to redirect us down to this URL called confirm payments to then process our order. You understand? That what is happening here over here. And this processing of our order, we have to get the exact order by the order ID we passed to the URL. If we check closely, we passed an order ID up here to the URL. This is the order ID which we got from here. Understand? So we have to get the order with that order ID, and then we have to update the pending status of that order. Understand? And then we have to save, and then we have to serialize the order, and then return the so we have to now return the order here. We return the message payment was successful, and then we have to serialize. We have to return the serialized order, and then we have to return it as a response. That was how it's going to happen. So right now we have our payment URL, a unique one. We are going to open this link in the new tab to make our payments. So let's try to come up. Okay, you can see now it's up already. Currently the total price of the other items is currently 1,700. Currently it's the our the currently the currently we are currently on naira, understand? So it's currently that's the currency. It's naira. You can change that to whatever currency you want to use. Over here you could put USD, you could use GBD, which is pounds, you could use USD, that's dollars. But let's use USD. Yeah, USD is much more. Currently it's still saying USD, it's still saying naira. That's okay, there's no problem. Let's just proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay, now so we're going to get Flutterwave have some test cards. Let's use their test cards. I'm going to just search for Flutterwave test card. Let's use the test card. This video is already. I'm so sorry, my network is slow. My PC is kind of not at its best shape currently. So now let's scroll down. So Flutterwave have some test cards for you to use, understand? So I'm going to copy this card number, Ctrl C, come over here, paste that here. Okay, I'm going to put in the expiry dates, the CVV, and then everything is on that page. Everything you want here is here. I already know these things because I've tried. So the pin is 3310, 3310. So everything you want to know is on this page, you get. So I already know them. So now my OTP is 12345, confirm. So now it's going to redirect me. You can see I have been redirected to the confirm payment page. But one thing is this, now it requires a post request. I need to click on the post button. You can see the post, it says posts. You can see under confirm payment. That's what you can see up here, confirm payment. And once I click on this post button, our payment is going to be confirmed. And now instant click on it, I can see now it says payment. Let me make this big. It says payment successful, understand, and our pending status is now saying C, which is complete. Now that's, you can see that's our goal. We've achieved what we wanted to achieve, right? Payment successful, and our paying status is now saying 6. If you go down to the orders page, that order, where are you? Go down to slash order. Okay, let's go down to slash orders. Now you see that the order there is no longer saying pending. Let's go down there. You can see now it now says C. The C stands for complete. Previously it was saying P, that was pending. Remember, this user only have a single order, and now we're able to make our payment, and the payment is then the pending status is now reading C. It's no longer saying. You can see now our response is saying that the payment was successful, and then we have everything. I got the pending status saying C already. So I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to stop here. I said before, we have the pay function. This pay function simply helps to call this our Flutterwave payment function, and this payment function returns a unique link to make our payment. And during the course of our payment, we are going to be redirected to the function we set as our redirect URL, which is this function. And this function, that's where our order is going to be processed, and we're going to have the right data returned to us. You understand? So that is it. It's not that difficult. If you have any question at all, please drop it in the comment section. I'll try my best to attend to you guys. So right now the video ends here. Thank you for watching, and if you gained some value, please like the video and subscribe to this channel. So thank you for watching. We are going to see in the next video. So stay blessed and bye bye.